Welcome to Techstination. We're at Photo Plus Expo, and we're taking a look at the new Adobe Premiere Rush. With us is Peter Garroway, an engineer with Adobe. Welcome.
Hello.
Peter.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Very much looking forward to you showing you Rush.
Well, tell us first of all what Rush is all about.
So Premiere Rush is the first all-in-one editing application that's cross-device, meaning that you could start on your iOS device, iPad or iPhone, and then open up the same project on Windows or Macintosh computer. So all the projects are synced automatically through Creative Cloud. So it's really just an effortless process, creating your project on any device and then having that same project available on any of your devices from wherever you're at.
We're going to be using Premiere Rush to edit this video, so we'll see what the results are like. But you can also be shooting with your mobile device, right?
Absolutely. So Rush was built with the intent that you could do everything within the app, meaning you could start by capturing video right within the application, do all of your editing, adding titles and color and audio sweetening, and exporting directly from Rush without having to leave the app.
So tell us how this works. You want to show us a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so this is, when you launch Rush, you're going to see all your projects available right in the app here. This is your project browser, and there's two ways to start a project. By clicking the plus button there, so you get your option to add media, so that is add media that's on your device or stored in the cloud, or you could start by capturing video right here. So let me give you a quick look of how that looks. So right when you open this up, by default you have this automatic mode. This mode, you could just press record, start capturing video, and you're good to go. But what we also have added is this Pro feature too. So with this Pro feature, this gives you the ability to lock focus, set focus, also set your ISO, color balance, white balance, frame rates, and resolution right within the recorder here. So you could start recording, create video, and go directly into a project. So right now I actually have media that I would like to use on my device. So I'm going to back out here, go to add media. From here, this is your media browser. You can see, it looks similar to what's on your iOS device. You can choose all your local media, your audio. We also have access to the Creative Cloud and Dropbox. We'll be adding more different storage companies soon. And we also ship with built-in media. So this media is within the app because this gives...
Good for learning.
Exactly, yeah. It provides video for people that may not have, quality video and or access to good video. So this is something that we've added to the application. These are actually YouTube content creators that we worked with called the NYC couple. So I'll begin by selecting a few clips here. Let's see, all right, these look good. And you see that there's these, number overlays over the thumbnails, and this is telling you in what order the clips are going to appear in your sequence. And below here, you see this, tray that's giving you kind of a visual story of what your project's going to look like once opened up. So I'll just, hello, create a project here. I'm going to click create, and this is going to build out our sequence. Okay, so the project opens up here. You see the timeline? You could quickly scrub around, and we've built the timeline to optimize for phone too, so for touch. You see I could click and drag my finger. That's trimming the media. You could pinch and zoom. This gives you a better idea, to kind of refine and get more a close and accurate look. You could rearrange your clips just by clicking and dragging, and these are shifting the positions of the clip, rearranging the clips in the timeline. And what we also have is, different than a lot of other editors, is a gapless track too. So as you're moving clips around, I could pop this clip up and drop it into, let me bring that one up. I could pop into above track. The gap there closed on the main primary track, and this is, just to save time, because a lot of editors, when you move a clip up, you have a gap, you have to close it. So this is it just makes for editing, a lot quicker. If
you have still images, can you bring those in as well?
Absolutely. Yeah. Let's put stills, PSDs, so Photoshop files. You can bring those right into Rush on your mobile device or your desktop, and they're gonna, and then they behave and edit just fine. What you also do here is we can add a title. So this gives you option if you want to capture more media directly into your project, add titles, add more media from your local or storage device, or even record voiceovers. So what I'll do is I'll add a title here that immediately is inserted right where I have my playhead parked, and Rush ships with a bunch of built-in, really nice looking, high quality titles that you could click and choose from. And as I mentioned, that you could also use Adobe stock too, and we've had creators build out hundreds of free templates that you could use and just bring right into your project. So let's do something. I think I have a few good ones here. Where was the one that I liked? All right, I like using this one. So you see, I could just double click, and that adds the video right into my timeline. Double tapping gives you the ability to edit it. So you see, you can have fonts. We have built-in fonts, that come with the iOS, but also Adobe fonts too are available here. So you could sync fonts, that maybe are not on your device, and you can bring them down from the cloud, which is really fun. So you have controls like sizes and changing font colors, and even the background colors too. So now if
there's one you use on a regular basis, you can.
Yeah. So this actually saves into your CC library too. So if you have fonts or if you have titles that you like, you save into your CC library, and you could access those again from any device that you want. So now that I have this project, let me jump over to the laptop, and I'll show you what that looks like here. So it's really great. So
here we go.
All right, so we have our project now open on desktop. Some of the great features that we really like in here is our color tools. So it ships with a bunch of really beautiful color presets, filters that you could use. Familiar with? But if you wanted to take that a bit further, we have an edit tab here where it has all the controls that you would expect, similar to Lightroom. As you would see, you have your exposures and contrast. You could bring up your shadows, saturation, also advanced features like faded film, sharpening, vignettes.
All kinds of things that you can do with it.
And once you've actually fine-tuned and you got that, that look that you like, you could then create a preset. So for, you like this maybe blown out look, and you want to create a consistent look throughout your project. So I have that preset here. If I go back into my presets, underneath our built-in presets, you see that we actually have, your own presets too. So if you want to create that same look, on other clips, it's a single clip applied, and you have this. So now what I would like to do is import some audio for this clip. If I go into my media browser here, I have a clip, and again, your clip is going to import to right where you have your playhead parked. And the really cool and powerful thing about this is we're leveraging the technology in Premiere Pro and Audition, which is Adobe Sensei and audio tagging. So this is automatically identifying this clip as an audio clip. If you pay attention there to the bottom, you'll see that there's a music icon there, or note, and that's when that was imported into the clip. Adobe Sensei, Adobe, artificial intelligence analyzed this clip and said, I identified this as music, and that becomes really powerful when you go into our audio inspector. Under our advanced section, we have something called AutoDuck, and what AutoDuck does is it analyzes the sequence. It looks for where there might be dialogue in the sequence, and then it will lower the music at that point. So this could be a pretty painful process and other applications.
Time-consuming, and you have to know what you're doing.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to know where they go. You have to spend the time to mark those keyframes. So again, with Adobe, not only did it identify that soundtrack as a music clip, but also sees this clip as dialogue. It's speaking, and that's indicated by that speaking head right there. So when I then just a one tap, one slide, hit AutoDuck, you'll see in the sequence down here on the timeline, it's kind of visual representation of the audio lowering as the person is speaking on screen, and then rises up once it fades out. So you see that just happened, in moments time, and this would be a long time. So
from there, how do you put it all together and be able to upload it?
Yeah. All right. So one last thing I'll show you here is with content creators, they're constantly asked to, put something on Instagram, upload something to Facebook, and of course all these different platforms require different sizes and formatting dimensions. So built right into the project here, we have what we call, orientation, our landscape switcher. So if I'm going out to Instagram, I would want a square thing, a square frame. So when you see that, it automatically, the sequence switches to a square frame. Not only that, the title then also switched with, we call kind of responsive design. So now we're not in a landscape mode anymore, we're in a square. So it knew how to resize and maintain its, top left positioning on thing. So this is, a really quick way to get your project out there quick. So sharing is also a very big thing for online creators, obviously, so we dedicated its own workspace for this. So if I go into the share mode here, we have local, where you can just save out to, your local storage, but we also have YouTube as well, and Facebook and Instagram and Behance. So in YouTube, we have access to all the metadata that's, YouTube provides, entering your title name, your description, different tags that you want to do. But right here too, we also let you set the set the thumbnail too. So instead of, if you don't want to build it out or wait for the upload, right within the Rush, you could decide, what frame you want to do. That's not a great picture, but I'll just show you what that looks like. So you see, so when the video is uploaded to YouTube, that will then be your poster frame. Things like, creating a schedule. You can schedule when it goes out. And you tap the export, and once you're exporting the video, this is all going out all together at the same time. Your local copy, or if you're going out to Facebook or other destinations, rather than exporting, waiting for that one to complete, go out to your next channel, export another file. They're all going out simultaneously, which is again a big time saver.
So really easy to use and fast. Tell us about pricing.
So the pricing, the price for Premiere Rush is a $9.99 monthly fee for just the single app. But if you have Adobe Creative Cloud, the all apps, that Rush just is available for you. It's just part of the Creative Cloud subscription on all platforms. Also, if you have the Premiere Pro single app, that is also Rush comes along with that as well.
And people can try it for free.
Absolutely, yeah. Try it out for free and give it a go.
Again, it's Premiere Rush from Adobe. Thank you so much for taking the time with us.
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate it.